Daughter's Dexcom has been reading high for 2 hours. That means it is over 400, and there is no record of you dosing her. Is everything okay? I know you saw this. You can answer or we can call a wellness check. This isn't a game. Everything is fine. You need to do a finger stick and figure out her exact number. I hate fingers sticks. She is at 553. What do I give her to bring it down? You need to take her to the emergency room now, before she goes into decay again. She cannot sit at numbers like that for hours without being given her medication. We are on the way. Take her right now. I'm sure you're going to try and get the social worker involved in this too. Get her there now. She needs to be treated now. The caseworker thought it would be a good idea for us all to communicate via group chat so there are no miscommunications. We are almost to the hospital now. How is daughter doing? Only one parent can be back here at a time. Jeremy is at home with son, so you can wait outside, and I will let you know when you can come back. We called the hospital. They said two parents are allowed back. The doctor said she was probably dehydrated since she hasn't peed in a few days. If she hasn't peed, how have you checked her urine ketones like you said you have been the last few days? We have been in contact with doctors and have followed their medical advice. We don't need to take medical advice from you too. We are here. The security officer said you are denying me access to go back there with daughter. You can come back. She needs info so you... Hey, how is she doing? She looks rough. She's feeling nauseous. I just went to go get her some juice and some snacks to settle her stomach. Did they drop her sugar too fast when she got here? No, she's still in the 500s. Have you not given her any insulin or anything yet? You said you were going to do that a while ago. Well, no one has told me to besides you, and I don't take medical advice from you. Just doctors. You realize the juice and snacks are only going to make it worse, right? She's not in DKA. You need to chill out. They're just going to run some blood tests and give her N4 and then everyone can go home. You're acting crazy. She probably just had a stomach bug and that made her sugar shoot up. Daughter's Dexcom isn't reading at all. Just so you are aware, you need to check it. It got knocked off when she was swimming. Fixing it now. Do you guys just sit around all day and find every little thing to nitpick at? Nope, I have a lot of other important things to do, but I will always make sure to check on her when she relies on all of us to take care of her medical needs, regardless of where she is. Her blood sugar was over 500 just the other day, and she was in a hospital. We are concerned with her ending up back in DKA. Her last reading was over 400 before it stopped transmitting, so yes, we are going to check on her. She doesn't depend on you too. We cover her expenses. And her only blood sugar issue is when she acts fussy and refuses to eat. So we do what we can. Adrienne, can you help me brush my hair? It hurts. Of course, let's get it out of that ponytail. Oh wow. When was the last time you brushed it? I don't remember. I think the last time I took a bath. What's all that black stuff on your arm near your Dexcom? Oh, that's it yucky stuff from the tape. Mom said it will come off eventually so we don't need to scrub it off. That's a lot of it. Do you want us to get it off for you? Yes, please. But you have to be careful because Mom put my Dexcom on right on the big spot of it. So don't scrub hard or it will hurt really bad. Okay, girlfriend, let me get my special icky stuff remover and some detangle spray and let's give you a makeover. Can you please stop suspending her insulin and just use the temp basal like the doctor recommended we do at her last appointment? What you are seeing is the preset we titled as Suspend 30. This suspends her insulin for 30 minutes before automatically coming back on. The doctor said either way works. I was recommended not to use the suspend function and only use the temp basal. I am her mother, and I am telling you don't use the suspend function and use the temp basal from here on out. Please and thank you. It is important to follow the recommendation from the doctor. When she is in my care with over an 80% in range number on average, we will do what works for us. You can continue to do it how you want, but the numbers show that you only have her in correct range 50% of the time. So what I am hearing is you refuse to follow the doctor's recommendations. We will continue to do what works for her and us, as instructed by the doctor. Maybe take this as an opportunity to further your education on diabetes and enhance your caretaking skills. I've held my tongue long enough. You do not properly care for her while she is in your care. You consistently double dose her and have her in a dangerously low sugar level. You are not an expert. It is impossible to double dose her while she is wearing her pump. It will not allow that. You also may need to educate yourself on what her proper blood glucose range is. She is very rarely in a low or high range with us. I know you are used to seeing numbers ranging from 250 to above 500, but that is extremely dangerous for her. Have you found a new dentist for the kids there yet? Son is complaining about his teeth hurting. He may have a cavity. No, I haven't. When are they due for their next cleaning? I can take him to the emergency dentist down here if it's not soon. Not since before daughter was born. Neither of them have been. They don't really need to go until they have all of their adult teeth. You told me you had an appointment for them after Halloween a few months ago. Well, I decided against taking them. There was too much going on. Okay. I am making them appointments to get checked. Even if they don't have all of their adult teeth, they still need to be checked and cared for properly. Okay then, you take them. Let me know how it goes. Son has 4 cavities. One is in his molar and will require essentially a baby root canal since those don't come out for a long time. You need to schedule an appointment with a dentist to get this taken care of. Why weren't they able to do anything about it today if it is that serious? They did not have time to fix 4 cavities, and it would be insanely expensive at the emergency dentist. If the kids are going to primarily be with you, you need to establish primary dental and health care providers for them. Or they can stay with me. Fine, I will call around and find something. No reason to throw threats around like that. It's not a threat. You have to care for the children's health in all aspects. If you can't do that, you need to let them stay with me and let me handle it. I am their mother. They will never live primarily with you. Daughter seems to be doing better after her last hospital visit. But it is important to ensure everyone is on the ball about keeping her in range as best as possible. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, I do. Is there any way I'm able to lock Michael out from changing to the setting on her pump? I have requested that he leave the settings as we have them, but he refuses to follow doctor's orders. I'm sorry, no. He has the ability to adjust settings to what works best while daughter is in his care. Daughter's numbers seem to be very stable while she is in his care, so whatever he is doing is working well. You recommended that we don't use the suspend setting, and he constantly uses it. Ma'am, you also use that setting. But every diabetic is different. If it works for her, then go for it. This is Daughter has had a great weekend. I adjusted her basal rates back to what they were before her last hospital trip, and it seems to really have helped her stay out of the low numbers. You are not allowed to change that. That is only changed at the instruction of the doctor. The emergency room doctor is the one who set those rates. The endocrinologist actively encourages us to adjust settings as we see fit to find what works best for us. We can wait until we see the doctor to discuss this. You need to put her rates back to what they were. You are not a doctor. We see the endocrinologist every 3 months. We can't wait 3 months each time. We need to change her rates. When something happens to daughter and she ends up back in DKA, it's going to be your fault. I hope you know that. When was the last time her meter was changed? I literally just changed it about 10 minutes ago, so it would be good for the weekend. Michael, I just buckled her into the truck, but she looks like she is about to pass out. Check her numbers. She's at a 42. Helen, I thought you just changed the meter and checked her. I don't know why she would be at that. She was fine in the house. I don't like the tone you are speaking to me too. You aren't going to disrespect me. The last check she was over 100, and I gave her a snack 2 hours ago. She's only grumpy because she doesn't want to go with you guys, and said you all are mean to her. Well, I apologize if I'm flustered, but she can't drive all that way back home at a 42. And is trying to make sure